What's up, guys? We're Past Pop Culture. My name is Ricky with my co-host here, Mrphen.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about the Summer Game Fest, like all the Xbox Showcase, the Ubisoft. We're going to be talking about a bunch of games. It's going to be a lot to run through. We're going to try to make it short, kind of give our games to look out for, games that look interesting, and then just kind of speed run through everything because there's a lot of games, a lot of interesting stuff. It's a good time to be a gamer right now, it seems like, because there's a lot of interesting stuff coming out. I guess we'll go over the Summer Game Fest first. Talk about the trailers, right? Alan Wake 2, right? I actually liked it. I thought it looked pretty cool. I like the fact that you don't have to play the first game necessarily. You could pick up with the second game here. This one does look very interesting. I know a lot of people were giving it saying it was giving Last of Us vibes, which I can see it. But I don't know, survival horror, I think it looks pretty good to me. It looks like a fun playthrough. Scary playthrough, but fun nonetheless. We got Baldur's Gate 3. So actually what's funny is that I've been playing Divinity. And so, because me and my brother, we've been playing through it. And it's man, we're having a lot of fun. We're at the very beginning. And so just going through and okay, because we want to play through all the games. So we're going to start with Divinity because I bought Divinity a long time. And then Divinity 2 because I have them. And then probably start doing Baldur's Gate. And then go from there. Just keep going through the games because it's gonna take a long time. But I thought, it's kind of cool. Kind of it's just something that we're gonna start doing because it's the first Divinity games can be 60 or 100 hours. I don't know. It's crazy, man. These RPGs are very massive, but they're always really cool. Mortal Kombat 1, right? There's not really too much to say here except for it looks sick.
Go buy it.
Yeah, It is what it is, man. You gotta get it. Yeah. Prince of Persia. I know that has a nostalgia factor for some people. I didn't grow up playing it. Not something I'm probably gonna pick up, but I do like the art style.
You never played the original Prince
I've never played it. I don't think so. I maybe played when I was really, really young, maybe at someone's house, but I don't have a memory of it like Prince of Persia. Okay. So yeah, so it is what it is, but I know a lot of people were hyped for this, so it's kind of going back to its roots a little bit from what people are saying. So, something to look out for if that's what you're into. Lives of P. Sorry, because I was trying to there's Life of Pi, right? Yep. And that's the book. That's a different thing. Lies of P. Every single one of us make this mistake. I don't know why they named it this. I don't like the name.
On purpose.
The only thing. Yes. But it's Pinocchio. So it's a Soulsborne game. Yep. You play Pinocchio, you're doing all these Soulsborne things, right? Yep. And that's what it is. If you're into it, you're into it, right? If you like Soulsborne's games, just go. Just go play it, right?
Well, you can try the demo, right?
Yeah, you can try out the demo. It's going to launch September 19th. Oh, no, a launch is officially. The demo is over right now. I mean, you can get it right now.
Yes.
So it comes out September 19th. So
yes.
Remnant 2, I didn't play the first one. Nothing that I got against it. I just never played it, didn't pick it up. What do you think, Fen?
I never played it.
Oh, okay.
So it's well,
I was sure if you played it or not.
I'm not. I haven't, sadly.
Looks interesting, but I'm assuming a lot, from reading the comments, everyone was really hyped for this. So that's really good that people were actually happy about this because there are a few games that people were pretty upset about, but we'll wait for the Xbox showcase to talk about that. Overwatch. Anyway, so Pal World.
I can't believe this game's coming out. I still can't believe this.
Run and gun, or I don't know. It's just really weird. It's a Pokemon game where you have guns. The Pokemon even have guns at times.
And you kill them.
And you just shoot them. Yeah, some of the there's the sheep with the little. I mean, we've talked about this, right? There's rocket launchers. It's pretty crazy. Looks kind of good actually in terms of aesthetic.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, some of the stuff is clearly rips off of Pokemon. Some of them are a little too close. I don't know how to feel about this. I do want to play it though, just for the lulz.
If it's multiplayer, that'd be kind of cool.
If it's multiplayer, then it's leaps and bounds ahead of Pokemon, man. That's crazy if it is. I don't know.
Early access, though.
You can imprison, kill, and eat the creatures you collect. So they're just, I don't know.
Imagine
That
eating
one's
like a
just
slowpoke or something.
slowpoke tails, right? Because isn't that
Yeah.
what happens in one of the games? All the slowpoke
Yep. They get.
tails, like
That's
they all
true.
get cut off. That's essentially what's going on here.
Dang. That's kind of depressing.
That's yeah. Anyways, we'll move on to the next game. Sandland. Now this looked pretty good. So Akira
Yep.
Toriyama, this is one of his lesser known mangas that he did. I think it's from the early 2000s, I want to say. And
Yeah.
then people were pretty hyped, especially if you read the comments. At first, I was like, is this like a weird Dragon Quest spin-off
Yeah.
or
Everybody
something
thought
like
that.
that? Like people were like, wait, Dragon Quest? But they're like, no, this is new. So then I'm like, is this like a weird sub story? I'm like, no, I don't think it is. And then it's like, oh, look at it. And it's Sandland. So I
What a
don't
name.
know. It's gonna be definitely be a JRPG, real
Yep.
time or turn-based. I don't know.
Yep. I think it's real time, isn't it?
I don't know, but this is one that I'm definitely gonna look out for.
I love the art style.
Yeah, I mean it's Akira Toriyama, you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
You're
You're
gonna
gonna,
love it.
yeah. There's Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2. I'm not too into the Warhammer series, so I can't really like comment on this. I've always been wanting to get into it. I just like from the outside looking in, it looks pretty like
It's cool.
Yeah, immense to just get into though. So
We'll have to ask
Warhammer
Henry
games.
Cavill.
Yeah, sure. Just hit him up real quick. Something that does look really good though is the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. So
Okay. Go ahead. Say it.
Gollum.
Golem.
Sorry. Golem is was a failure, right? We all know that.
Yeah.
This game I'm very wary of. It looks like
it looks cool.
It looks cool. I'm very
Base
worried.
building. That's what we want.
It is. I'm just scared.
It's gonna be like looking like Minecraft, but in a bad way. That's what I'm predicting.
It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get my hopes up because it's kind of cool. Like, okay, this is something maybe I don't know who were the developers for the other game were. Maybe they should have gone with this route. I don't know. Maybe they were, and then they had to be like, you know what? We're gonna copy that other game. Shoot, we got to do something else. I don't know.
I don't even know why that game was released.
So, but this one may come in clutch. So if you're not,
but like, okay, real quick, if this one fails, just like Golem, do you think they'll just cancel the MMO for Lord of the Rings?
I don't know, man. I don't think they'll cancel it. They put too much money in this. But now it's like, I don't know. It's like so like back to back. Like I feel kind of bad for these developers because it's like they're gonna be scrutinized so much. Like, well, the Lord of the Rings as like an IP, right? They're gonna get kind of anytime there's a game, there's gonna be a lot of scrutiny. But I've noticed there's like a lot of movie or TV titles that are getting games, right? Because like we'll talk about it like the Avatar game.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't
Lord
know why.
of the Rings. I mean, manga adaptations, right? That's always kind of like a thing. We got the Star Trek thing from Paradox.
But it's like, why? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Paradox lately, personally.
Yeah, you know more about that than I do. So
Because of Victoria 3, and then they tried shoving DLC down our throats before the game even works. And then the DLC didn't even work, and it just broke the game more. I was like, wow, guys, thanks. I love trash on top of my trash. Besides the point. Fae Farm, I don't know. If you're into that, you're into that. I don't really have. It's co-op, 4-player co-op.
We'll be playing this day one drop. Don't worry.
Yeah, day one drop, baby. $70
pre-ordered already.
plus $30 for DLC. Season 1 Game Pass. Like, just it'll be crazy, guys.
Even Geoff's like, well, you guys wanted surprises. Here's Fae Farm. Whatever. I don't know. It's weird.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? So it's Final Fantasy. You're gonna play it or you're not gonna play it. That's just really how it works. Everyone was pretty excited. It seems like.
Yep.
The graphics look like they've taken a good jump. It's gonna be on 2 discs as well.
Which is weird. I don't know how that works.
I don't know which one was the last. Like I don't know when the last time was there like a 2-disc game.
Like PS2, PS3.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure they've been around, but it's like, ooh, man, that's kind of crazy. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty big game. So if it's coming to PC, maybe Call of Duty has some competition in terms of
I was about to ask that. Wait, if it's 2
size.
discs, but you get a
I
digital
mean,
download,
it's gonna be like 400 gigabytes. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah,
terabyte.
that's
I just
crazy.
thought
The
about
game looks
that.
really good. So
Yeah. I mean, it runs really well too because I watched like the first and second part, I think, and it looks
mhm.
like beautiful. So if this needs 2 discs, I'm hoping just like it's for aesthetic reasons and not because it's a huge game.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see what
I
happens.
don't know. What does look beautiful is the Street Fighter X Exo Primal.
It
I do like
does.
this. The skins look pretty sick. I
Yeah.
didn't play Exo Primal, so like I don't know how good the game is or anything. But Ryu, like all of them, fantastic looking. I like the skins. It's really cool that they're doing this collab already. I always like collabs. I always think it's cool. I'm a sucker. I just
For
pog at them.
for a
Like, woo.
good game as well.
Yes.
I will not
So
stop saying Street Fighter is a great game.
it's a good game. It's a great game even. But
That's right.
yeah, Nicolas Cage though, what was that about?
Oh my god, I loved every second of that. Like
I
he is so I'm like so fascinated by Nicolas Cage because he's so weird in a good way. He's so unique and like he
mhm.
does like horror, so it's like okay, it makes sense. But when you see the gameplay, it's just like oh man.
So it's Dead by Daylight Survivor, and I know people were kind of critical of it because people were like, "Why is he here?" And then like his character looks so lifeless in the Dead by Daylight game, and like the little trailer they dropped, and you can tell that game underneath is just chugging on whatever hardware they got it running on because it doesn't look the best.
No, it
People were
doesn't.
saying that the trailer looked like man. I don't know. They need some updating going on
They
there,
need
but
the
yeah, I
next
mean,
gen update, please. Thank you.
yeah, it's yeah, that's yeah. I don't want to go into that game too much, but it's it's cool though. Nicolas Cage, right? He came
I
out,
love
he
him.
talked. I didn't listen too much to what he had to say because I had to like I walked away for whatever reason, and I
Oh
came back,
man.
and then I just know that like he was up there, just kind of like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool and blah blah blah, and
Yep.
then that's all I heard.
They
But
had an awkward handshake. It was funny.
oh yeah,
Those always make me feel extremely uncomfortable.
that's what it is. It's the game shows, man. It's
That's
always
right.
gonna be a little awkward.
I don't know why.
But yeah, that's like this is the I'm like appetizer, I guess, and it has really good stuff in here so far.
Yep.
The Xbox showcase though, I thought was pretty good, right? Of
It was
course,
very good.
hard hitter, Fable, right? Everyone's been waiting for this. Everyone wanted it, right? I never played it, but it's something I want to try to get
It's a
into,
very good game. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's fun.
especially
The choices you
back in the
make and
day.
everything. Yeah, back in
Yeah.
the day, everything matters.
We have there's like a there's an actor in this, I guess, that in the trailer. I don't know. I'm not familiar with him, but people were like, "Oh my gosh, like he's in the trailer and this and that."
That's
So
why he
people
looked
were,
familiar.
yeah. So people were like, "Oh, this is pretty crazy," but Fable looked pretty good too. I think
What's his name?
it's
Oh,
something I'm
Richard
definitely gonna.
Ayoad. That's his name. Richard
Yeah,
Ayoad.
you can't worry about that. Yeah, but yeah, there's South of Midnight, which aesthetically looked kind of cool, but we
I like
didn't
the
really
art
get
style.
too much
It's
info
just a
on it.
trailer, pretty much.
Yes. So I guess it's supposed to take place in the South, like in the Bayou.
The Deep South.
Yes. And there's magic. That's pretty much kind of like the gist that we get. Yeah, it's like
Animals? I don't
yeah.
know. Some monster in the
Of
water.
course, we'll have to get more information on that because it was pretty like
Just a
here.
teaser, I guess.
Yeah, teaser. I guess it was pretty like, all right, here we go. This is what it is, and I was kind of like, oh, cool. What is
I'm down.
this again? Yeah, like.
Who are you?
So we'll see. We'll see how it is.
Hmm.
Star Wars Outlaws. I don't know, fan. That's more your thing.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm excited because they're trying to nail on the head the whole Han Solo aesthetic. You're, I guess, vigilante. Not really, but, I mean, I have no idea what the game's about, but apparently you're just doing stuff and then you're a thief.
You're being an outlaw, doing outlaw
Yeah, and
things.
it's like that's pretty much it. I don't know why. I don't know where this ties into the story, if it does at all, but they showed like Han Solo, which was like, okay, so this is after everything. But I'm looking forward to it. Star Wars, I'm a sucker. I really enjoyed Jedi Survivor. I'll be buying this on console so it works. Not PC, thank you very much. And it's open world, so 10 out of 10. And you can fly in space, which I know it sounds weird for a Star Wars thing, but I like that you can transition, like fly fly from the planet up into, because not even Star Wars Jedi Survivor did that. It's like a loading screen. So
seamless.
Yeah, and 20 FPS. Woo! I'm excited.
Well, if it runs better than NES game, we'll see how it works, right? Like, or a PS1 game or something like
so.
that. You got those polygons.
I hope
But
so.
we'll see. The PC ports have been kind of terrible all around, so we'll see. But a good game that looks like to be coming out is 33 Immortals. So, Fen, I'm very interested in playing this.
I
You're
am as well.
interested.
Yep.
Now we got to find like what 31 other people
31 other
who are
for
31 other people to play with.
experience.
So this is 33 player co-op. So I don't know how to feel about this 33 player co-op. I mean, it's crazy, right? Because it's like we've been getting 3 to 4, right? Like or 2 to 4 co-op, right? Like that's kind of like the range, right? Sometimes you get lucky and they'll let you add in like a 5th or 6th guy, but it's like 33. Like, that's crazy. I don't know why 33 specifically. Maybe that's just all it could handle. But it looks pretty sick. I like the art style. It looks to be like a really just clean, more of like an indie title kind of game. But you're just going in, clearing out dungeons. You're doing your thing, right? Top-down action game.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good too. So I don't know if it's day one buy for us. But I'm gonna wait on the reviews, and if it lives up to it, I think that's something we'll definitely play on stream or something, because that seems to be really, really fun. I like these kind of games, so we'll see though. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high, right?
Too late.
Payday 3, right? When I saw this, I was like, oh, so that's why they were giving the game for free, right? Payday 2, I think that was on
Game
well,
Pass.
they've done a lot of like Steam. I like a long time ago, I got it for free, and they were always kind of giving it out for free. And I played this a long time ago. I think I played it on my stupid little laptop when I was like 13 or whatever.
I don't even know when it came
out. How old
out.
is Payday 2? I don't want to think about it.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I played it. I was very bad at it, but it was very fun, right?
Yep.
Payday 3? We'll see, because this one does look pretty interesting. It seems like they've added a lot of upgrades. So it's coming September 21st. A lot of people were pretty hyped about this. Everyone's been wanting a Payday 3 for like forever. I don't know why now they wanted to do it. I'm like it's just like, oh,
let's have them wait 10 years.
Yeah. It's like, we're getting this finally? Like, what's going on? Who greenlit this? Like, how long has this been taking? Right? So, and it's coming out fairly recent. It's going to be coming out soon. So we'll see though, because
sounds like we're gonna be broke in September.
yeah, there's a lot of games coming out in September. Like, just the end of the year is gonna be full of games, right? I mean, we're getting Persona 3 Reload. That game got leaked accidentally on their Instagram, so some intern got fired.
Did you see that? And they asked for they did a what is it called, a job post for that position.
Oh really? Oh my gosh, the guy did get fired. That's how they found out
he got fired. I love that so much.
Oh my gosh. I feel bad for the guy.
I mean, I feel bad for him, but it's just
yeah, but it's kind of funny, like, when you think about it. Oh my goodness. So yeah,
he just got yoinked.
This is gonna be day one Xbox Game Pass, I believe, right?
Yeah. I think actually pretty much everything Xbox showed will be day one.
Most of these are day one, so low key might just have to get the Game Pass, because that'd be cheaper in the long run. It's gonna be basically up to snuff with Persona 5's visual quality, and I don't know if I remember this correctly, but I think it's just base game. So I don't think they're doing any of the other like DLC or extra stuff they added later on. I think it's just straight up the base game only. I don't like it when they do that. I like it when, if they're doing a remake, they include like all everything. DLC, everything all together. It's the whole complete. This is the definitive way to play it. The most modern and definitive way to play it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I remember reading something very briefly about it, that some people were mentioning that, but we'll see. Atlas is coming out with a lot of stuff too, though, but we'll continue on that path. But yeah, I do want to play Persona 3 Reload. I know that some people are like, no, what about 4? And what about the originals, 1 and 2, and this and that? And people like give it time.
They like to
we're
start in the
going.
middle and then go backwards, or what?
Yeah, personally, if it was me for remastering, yeah, you start from the beginning and then you go through. But you know what?
Let's
Atlas is
start
Atlas.
in the
Let them
middle.
do their thing. Avowed.
I kind of forgot about this game. They announced it 2020, so
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't even remember it.
I don't really have much to say on this.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's people excited for this. I didn't take a look at the comments, but
Do you
looks
like
kind of
that first
interesting.
person gameplay, like
I like.
with magic and stuff?
I think first person is superior to third person. That's my thing.
Interesting.
In terms of immersion into a game, first person's better.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's how I feel. Like I like
Will you
first
die on
person
that
better.
hill though?
I don't know if I'll die on it because there's definitely games like the original Last of Us, right, that do really well. But if
Yeah.
we're talking about first person, right, games like BioShock, games
True.
any Bethesda game basically, right,
Big
that's
true.
first person, except for Fallout 76, has really good immersion.
Mm.
There's a lot of first person games, and I think they do really like a really good job at immersing you. Easier, I guess I would say it's easier to be immersed in a FPS game rather than I don't know, like a third person or a top down like eagle
I
eye
guess I can see
view
why.
or so I think in terms of immersion, if you want really good immersion, I think like first person
Hmm.
is kind of like the way to go,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
That's how I kind of feel on it. That's kind of my stance on it. But if you guys think otherwise, let me know in the comments down below if you're listening on YouTube, because I am interested to see other people's opinion on that. But we got Sea of Thieves.
Fun game.
It's a fun game. I just still feel like sometimes it's a little light on content here and there, like on things to do. But
It's kind
I
of
mean, that was
confusing.
like years ago when we were playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Legend of Monkey Island. It's coming to the game. If you played the game as a kid or whatever, you're gonna be kind of hyped for this. That's a little before my time, I think. Uh, in terms of
True.
like PC, right? Like
Big
so,
true. Big true.
I had an emulator that my teacher gave us, and it had Monkey Island, and I played it
What?
for like the first 15 minutes,
Uh huh.
and yeah, it was pretty good. But there was definitely like it had that like old school clunk to it, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
but I
Oh
know they
yeah.
remastered it,
Yep.
right? They did
Not too long
a
ago.
whole new one, yeah. And then point and click adventures have kind of died, you know. But
Yeah. I mean, they're not that great. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
yeah, they're not my favorite genre. But I don't remember if the new one, the remastered one's still point
It's
and
still
click.
point and click. Yeah.
It's still point and click,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know how well that one did, but certainly did well to at least get into Sea of Thieves. But Sea of Thieves has just been like what they did some Jack Sparrow stuff,
Yep.
Monkey Island now, and then they did some other stuff here and there, like crossovers with like pretty much all the like piratey open seas properties, right?
They're gonna run out
IPs.
soon, right?
They're yeah they've been working with them like, hey, come into our game, which is cool, right? You got Microsoft Flight Simulator, not my thing necessarily, but
I
some people.
can't believe they're already making another one. Actually, yeah, I
Yep.
can.
And then they're doing a Dune expansion as well.
That's
So
kind of
if you're,
cool though.
it is kind of cool, but it's kind of one of those things like I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to play it. But if it's in it's some people, it's like that's their genre, baby,
Yeah,
and they're all hyped for this. So
it
we
is.
got Hellblade 2.
I don't remember the first one, to be honest.
The first, I thought you played it, but this game keeps looking very good visually. I always like it.
I like the image
Just
that they use. It's creepy.
yes, and then the audio was really good. I was listening to it on my speakers right here though,
Uh
and so you can hear them like the left and right speaker, and they're like, shh, 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 and they're like talking. I'm like, oh, that's really
oh,
cool. So it was a cool like little audio because like I have them on each like corner, so they're
yeah.
kind of far apart. So it was like, whoa, it was just kind of cool little audio thing that they did. But it looks pretty impressive. I don't know if I'll play it though necessarily, but some people are pretty hyped for this, and
uh,
that's coming out in 2024. So if I get the chance to play the first one, I'll definitely play the second one. Same thing, like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Haven't played the series. I keep getting nagged on to play the Yakuza series, right, by a
what a
certain
trailer.
someone. But that was an interesting trailer.
Nobody knows what the
Uh,
heck is happening.
yeah, but again, if you're into the series, you're gonna buy it, right?
Yep.
Like that's kind of how this one is. There's I don't know how to pronounce it. Kunitsugami, Path
Sure.
of the Goddess.
I play it
So
just for the
this
aesthetics.
this one's really trippy. So just be careful what you take before you play the game. And then because this one you got like flowers going everywhere, like the blades cutting
Jeez.
into the ground, and like circle magic and all this stuff. It looks really like it just looks super cool. I don't really know how to like word it. You have to see the trailer. It's by Capcom too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what Capcom's been smoking over there, but they got to keep
It's
doing it
clearly
because
something.
I don't know
It's
what they're
working though.
doing. I don't know what their game developers are on, but man, they're
Yeah.
kind of on fire, low key. Like
We
right
need
now,
that strand. Thank you.
yeah, they're just going at it. I definitely want to try out this game. It looks really cool. It's like a traditional Japanese kind of game,
Mm-hmm.
like the aesthetic and everything. So maybe I don't want to call it like Soulsborne, but it's an action game. That's the best way to word it. So we'll see. Hopefully, we get more information on this as well. I kind of look for that. So it'll be interesting though. This one has like a really weird look. I can't describe the trailer to you. You guys just have to watch it.
Yeah.
There's no way I
It's
can
like, how
like.
do you even try it?
There's no way I can really talk about this one because it's just like I have no idea what's going on.
But
It
it looks
just looks
beautiful.
sick. Yes, it does. Forza, right? You're into it. You're into it. I'm not a big
Boring.
like
Just race him in real life, guys.
racing. Yeah, sure.
Wait, no, don't.
No, we don't condone that. We don't
Yeah,
condone street
yeah,
racing
please, yeah.
here.
Unless you're a professional.
So
Do we even
I
talk
don't
about
got.
this?
It's like just get it. It's gonna launch October 10th. You're into racing games. You're into racing games, right? But everybody's favorite game, everyone's most cherished, valuable game right now, the game that everyone loves, right? You guys all know
Overwatch
what I'm
3.
talking about. Overwatch, yes, Overwatch 2 Invasion. You should read the comments. Everyone's just ratioing the game. People
Oh
are
my
pissed. They're like,
God.
yes, they scrapped the whole PvE mode for what? To give us like bot lobbies essentially. It's just people are pretty upset. The comments are going off, they're roasting it. People are just like, this is stupid. All you did was just give us some like terrible, like co-op event and you get a firing range. They're like, what have you guys been doing over there? Everyone's pissed. A lot of people seem to be wanting to leave Overwatch 2 even more from this. I mean, it's in a way, it's
It's a
almost
spit in the
insulting.
face. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's almost insulting for a lot of the player base because everyone's in there is like, oh, so this is what you show. Like this is stupid. Like why?
Well, okay, they showed a PvE event essentially, right? Because you're going against
Yeah,
bots. Right after they just said, actually, we're canceling the
PvE
PvE mode.
So they probably just like ripped out a section of that and then just used that as the event. And that's what most people are saying. Like you're spitting at us.
It's baffling how stupid
It's just
Activision Blizzard is. I swear.
yeah. I don't know what's going on. I you know what I think it is? I think what Activision Blizzard is that they're just devaluing themselves on purpose.
Oh.
So so before they hand it over to Microsoft, they're gonna sink the ship as much as they can, so that
No, please
Microsoft can
don't.
just be like, "Hey, look, Activision Blizzard's not really that big of a company anymore. So why are you guys making such a fuss?" And then they're gonna allow them to buy it, and that's what it is. They're purposely sabotaging, so that their market share, the people who play it and everything, play their games, are just like super low. No one cares anymore, right? And
I
then
don't
they'll
think
try
they're
to
that
bring it
smart.
back.
I don't think
And
they're
then they'll
that
try to
smart.
bring it back. That's what's happening, guys. It's not that they actively hate their player base or
Yeah.
anything.
They
Or
love
think they're
us. They're
dumb.
doing this for
Remember,
us.
remember, we all have phones in our pockets. PVE. Who cares? Who
Yeah.
cares about PVE?
Candy
Who
Crush?
cares? Yes, Candy Crush. You're gonna
Imagine,
pay six
imagine,
figures
imagine they release a Candy Crush PVE mode.
in Overwatch. We're all about PVE game mode, right?
Oh,
Y'all
please
got
do that.
phones, don't you? You
Yeah, we
have to
got
play on your
phones.
phone. You
Yeah.
have to scan the QR code to play the game, and
Yeah.
then
$1,000 entry fee.
yeah, you have to have
uh,
the DLC exclusive Game Pass
oh
so
my
that you can get all
gosh.
the so you can waste your time unlocking everything and then not actually get it until you fork over $50. But yeah. So Overwatch
Uh,
2, it's just on fire. People are pissed. It's just an interesting game that
it needs to die. It needs
Activision
to go.
Blizzard that is trying to play. Yeah, like the whole point, it's just weird. It's just so everyone's kind of like, huh? Huh? Like everyone's just like, what's going on
Huh?
here? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's on fire. The game's just on fire. It's a dumpster fire right now, and it's pretty funny. And I'm glad I never got into it. Uh,
I'm
Persona
dying.
5 though,
There you go.
Tactica.
There you go.
Low key, kind of want to get it. I don't know how to feel about the art style though. It's like that chibi kind of like cutesy art style, like very anime, of course.
I don't like that art style. I'm sorry.
I'm like, you guys just couldn't like import the models into this game. Like,
It's
I
a
don't.
whole
That's
new
the
game.
only thing. I get it. It's like a spin-off and stuff, so they kind of like to do a slightly different style for these kind
Mhm.
of things. I'm like, just copy and paste, my guy. You just use the same models and make it tactical. It's not that hard. I don't know why I would go. I don't know. It's the art style is the main thing that's keeping me from being like, oh yeah, this looks kind of cool. But I'm a sucker for tactical RPGs. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's the art style they went with. I can probably get over it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Will
But
you though?
that one's yeah. Anyways, it's gonna come out November 17th, so
You got
that's when it's
time.
scheduled. So well, yeah, I got time to think about it. Starfield, I didn't watch it. I refuse to look at anything on this because I refuse to fall into the hype. I
Oh,
refuse to fall into the hype of it because it seems very promising. I can't have myself let down if Starfield is garbage, right? It's
I
Bethesda.
really hope it's not.
It
I'm.
had an hour-long showcase. I know nothing about it.
I
I know
just watched this
nothing
trailer
about it.
only, and that's it. I don't. Yeah.
I didn't even watch the trailer. I just looked through a few things and I
Yeah.
was like, that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna look anymore. I don't want to.
I.
It's gonna be released September 6th. That's when I will know. I'll look at the reviews and then I'll care about it. I'm pretending this game doesn't exist for the most part. I don't want to think it's real because if it goes down, it goes down, and I can like
I
live
mean,
with
come
that. But
on.
man,
Bethesda's never messed up, Ricky. You'll be fine.
my gosh,
No? Anybody? All right.
yeah. We'll move on from here. What is this? Jusant, whatever it's called.
Croissant. Sounds like croissant.
Yes, it's an exploration platformer. I don't know if you're into
I
it. You're
don't.
into
Yeah,
it.
I don't get it at
And
all.
yeah, Still Wakes the Deep. I don't really know too much about it. Uh, it's like a horror thing that takes place in the ocean. I guess like an oil rig, and
It's
that's
kind
what
of
we
a
know.
weird choice. I don't know about
Yeah.
that, but
There's also
sure.
Dungeons of Hinterberg. That'll look kind of interesting. Look kind of cool.
It has puzzles.
And you skateboard on a blade, so you know it has something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk getting DLC.
Wow, the game's officially coming out now? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It's out of early access. This is the one with Idris Elba, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't
don't know.
know.
I don't want to play it
I
because my
never I
computer's
never
gonna blow
went.
up.
Yeah, I never went finished like Cyberpunk, and
I
I paid
didn't
full
either.
price for that thing.
Yeah.
But I just yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that one's
Not this
still a
time,
sore spot for
suckers.
me. City Skylines 2, right? More but better. That's essentially what it seems like from the trailer. I haven't played it, so I've seen people play it. Looks kind of interesting. People do
Sold me
crazy
on it.
stuff on there. But yeah, so that's coming out October
I
24th.
suck at those games.
Yeah, Metaphor. I don't even try to say Refancio, whatever it is.
Dave Bautista, Metaphor?
I don't
How do
know,
you.
but this is
Yeah,
supposed to be from Persona 3, 4, and 5 developers.
there you go.
So,
That means you have to play
need I
it.
say any more? I like the aesthetic. It looks really sick. I'm probably gonna want to get it. It just it's coming for PC and Xbox Series X.
That's right.
So, rip PlayStation.
Oh, that's
But
what everybody's saying. You like Spider Man, right?
I do.
And that's
But
exactly what I'm getting.
it's a good time to have a good time to have a PC.
Yeah,
So you can double dip on everything.
that's right.
Yeah, so it looks good. It just look at the trailer. It looks good. It's if you're into Persona, you're gonna want to play it. That's all I'm saying. That's all you really need. That's all you need to know. Actually, you don't even have to watch the trailer. Just because I told you that, now you're gonna go
Just
pre-order it,
take his
right?
word for it.
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Towerborn.
Co-op.
I don't know. Co-op fighter. I'm looking into it.
Anything that says co-op, we're gonna be looking at.
Yeah. So definitely, I do like the art style.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I swear. Let me go to the comments real quick because let
Genshin
me see. Because
Impact.
every time. Let me see. No, I don't see it yet.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nice. It's gonna be a good game then. I haven't
Yeah.
caught on to it yet.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
All the plebs. They're like, oh, this is Genshin, right? This looks like Genshin.
Oh,
But
co-op Genshin.
yeah. So that like anytime you have like a slightly watercolor art style, it's kind of or slightly anime art style. It's immediately, oh yes, Genshin. There's also Tower Clock, or sorry, Clockwork Revolution.
I was about to say,
That
where are you
one,
reading?
yeah, sorry, because I literally I put Tower and then Clock. I read the first two titles
I was
together.
like,
That was
wait,
my bad.
that's not on the notes.
I missed the game. No, okay, so this is clearly like a Bioshock inspired game, right?
It's not Bioshock, Ricky.
But
It
it's
says it
not
right there.
Bioshock. But yes, it says it right here. But
But
according to
gosh dang.
Polygon,
But
we
gosh
trust them
dang it.
though. I don't
Nope.
know, but yeah, I mean, like if you would have told me this was a Bioshock like prequel or
Or
something, I'd have been
anything,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, like it's pretty heavily inspired. But it looks good. Basically, there's mechs. You control things into the past. You're doing things. You're changing the past, and then you go back to the future and go, oh shoot, I messed things up. And then it's Back to the Future, but steampunk, I guess. But
Sure,
with
okay.
like Bioshock,
I
and
like
then
that.
more killing.
Oh.
It's just more death and
So the
destruction. I
better
think that's
version
pretty
of
much.
Back to the Future.
Yes, that's exactly. But yeah, they don't have a release date on it, so we'll have to wait and see. But it does look interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's Xbox Series S in carbon black. I'm totally lost on the Xbox naming.
Is this
I
the
don't
new
know.
one?
I guess I don't know. It's supposed to be. I think they're cheaper series, but they give them a more
Hard
space. I
drive?
guess. Yeah, that's just. I think that's it. That's just it. And then the color.
Just
And it's for
buy a computer.
$349. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. But those are the games for Xbox. Xbox showed off a lot of cool stuff,
Mm-hmm.
things that I was not expecting. So, and then one thing we were expecting, of course, with that Persona 3 leak. But
Oh,
we'll move
poor
on
guy.
to Ubisoft really quick because we are kind of making this a little long.
Yeah.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I didn't watch the second movie. I don't really care.
I haven't seen it either.
I don't care for this personally.
It's Far
Uh,
Cry, but Avatar. I guess that's what they're going
that's
with.
what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. X Defined though, I'm kind of interested in. It's free to play multiplayer shooter.
June
Of course,
21st.
June 21st. Yes, it's going to have just like a little. It's not an open beta. It's just an open session
Whatever that means. I don't know
from the
what that means.
21st to the 23rd. So it's I guess the beta without like the beta name. I guess I don't know, but we're not
Sure.
sure when we're gonna get the full game.
Apparently, most likely this year.
I don't know. We'll see. Again, Prince of Persia gets mentioned as well. Division Resurgence.
Don't even talk
you
about
guys
this.
What, you guys don't have phones? This is the
They
Division
didn't
Resurgence is a mobile. It's a mobile game. And I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I'm like, wow, that's kind of like some neat graphics, right? Like at first, I was like, for a mobile, this is pretty good.
Man, nope.
And then
Psych.
I was like, oh, this is how it's gonna look like. I was like, oh, is this some like in-game rendered thing or whatever? Like that's kind of cool. And it's like, no, it's completely like off. And I was like, when we saw the actual gameplay and the game's like stuttering along, like you can
We love
see the
up.
game's like stutter, trying to just like load and everything. And I was like, at first I was almost impressed, like how they get all this stuff to render the cutscene like that quality. And then I was like, oh no, that's just
That ain't
something
it.
else. Yeah, like that's all CGI. So we'll see. We'll see though. It's a free to play mobile spin-off, right? So there's definitely people that are gonna play it. But
Like me.
people are not gonna play Skull and Bones because the game's never gonna come out, it seems
It'll
like.
be coming out 2075.
Yeah. We still don't know. But it's getting a closed beta from August 25th to the 28th.
I like the song.
It's a good sea shanty, but I don't know. I'm not gonna put any money into this. I think everyone's like afraid to like actually buy the game because it's probably gonna be kind
I'd
of
ask for a refund, to be honest.
yeah. There's the Crew Motorfest racing game, I guess.
In Hawaii.
Yes. So you're into it. You're into it. Assassin's Creed Nexus VR.
That looks cool.
Assassin's Creed Mirage. Like the Assassin's Creed stuff, people are gonna be into it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's Assassin's Creed. You already You already know if you want to get it or not. So Star Wars Outlaws again.
Again,
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how
you didn't watch the
everything goes.
gameplay trailer, right?
I didn't watch
So
the gameplay
real
trailer.
quick before you stop, during the gameplay trailer, it had like mono sound, so the game sounded like absolutely horrendous. So I can't
Nice.
wait to play it.
You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
love it. You
yeah.
gotta love it sometimes. My favorite was I don't know if it was like for the Game Fest, but I saw Asmongold. He was reacting to a Final Fantasy developer
Oh yeah, yeah,
uh
yeah, yeah. I
playing the
saw that.
game, and the
Yeah,
guy just went like just absolutely like beast
yeah,
mode. Guy went crazy. He was
yeah,
like god level player, and the developer was just like ripping apart like this boss on hard mode, and they didn't even tell the guy.
yep,
And everyone's like, "What's going on?" And it made the game so sick. Where even I was
yep.
like, "I'm not getting this game." And then after that, I was like, yeah, I do get it. It's like it's pretty sick. Like the guy made it look really sick.
It looks like
That's
a good game, so
yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out, a lot of interesting stuff. But
yep,
I think we're gonna just wrap it up right there. I think we don't have any other games we gotta talk about, and we're kind of running a little long.
yep.
So if you enjoyed today's episode, if you're listening to us on YouTube, we very much appreciate a little like and subscribe. Drop a comment. Let us what you know. Let us know like what are you excited about. Like there's a lot of games on here, so just let us know. Cause
Give us a
so
list.
many things. Like what should we like look into more too? Like what games should we follow even? Because there's so many things. But definitely a lot of the co-op games we're definitely gonna follow. So hopefully we get to play some of those games on stream. And speaking of the stream, check us out, twitch.tv/pastthepopculture. We're also on Kick, same thing, Past the Pop Culture there. If you want to get updates when we're going live or just see like a lot of the little funny clips that we do, you can check out our YouTube, of course, Past Pop Culture, or you can just check us out at Past Pop Culture on pretty much everything, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, right? We upload our little clips. Just, if you're not able to catch the streams. And yeah, I think that covers everything. So thanks guys for listening.
Oh, I